Well, hello guys, and welcome back to Questions with Lou and Byrne. This will be our second video. By popular demand, we've decided to do another one since so many people requested it. So here we go. We're gonna jump right back into the questions because I feel like this is gonna be a long one today. So I want to make sure we get started right away. Yeah.
The Indiegogo came in.
Yes, that is something I should say. We should talk about the Indiegogo first of all. Thank you for reminding me that. So the campaign is over. Thank you so much to everyone who donated. I can't tell you how much it means to us guys that you guys actually donated. So we were a little bit shy of 500 just because Indiegogo charges fees and PayPal charges fees, but we will still be giving you guys that one act we promised. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably deliver that in July. If you guys have any passion ideas, because I don't have any specific ideas on one.
I got a couple. I was thinking actually, well, not for the one, the Indiegogo. I think you should take that one.
Okay.
But I was thinking my roommate, the American.
America.
For 4th of July. I think I could get it done by then. Too.
Oh yeah. That'd be interesting. Oh, there you go, guys. Byrne's working on my roommate, the American.
I got a bunch of ideas. Save up.
Save some of those, and if you guys have any other ideas of a specific roommate, it's a one act, so don't go with something too crazy ambitious, but put some suggestions below, and if it's something that's actually doable, I'll give it a shot.
Dude, I've totally thought about this. You guys, you're never gonna give us money, so I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I really want to do My Roommate the Jedi. I really do, dude. I want to put you in a fucking stormtrooper outfit. I want to play a jet.
Yeah, God, you think we get away? Lucas would let us do that?
Fuck them.
Disney would be like,
just turn off the monetization. It's a fan film. Go YouTube like Jedi. Just YouTube Jedi, and you'll see like 20 just nerds like just doing their own little short film.
Dude, if you write the script, you know Manquel's buddy did the graphics for the Star Wars.
Yeah.
So he would be down.
Put a fucking Star Destroyer in the sky, like they're just
down.
Stormtroopers invading Earth.
He would be. Look out for that, guys. Let us know if you want to see My Roommate the Jedi, and we'll also make it happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it anyway.
All right, here we go. Questions. I'm gonna go ahead and start us off right here. You can actually take the first one.
The Disco Narwhal. God, these names are so good. Do you think humans are inherently good or evil?
Oh, starting off with a thinker.
I think they're inherently good.
Okay.
I think they are. I think evolution. I believe in evolution. That doesn't mean I don't believe in God. I don't like that dichotomy. But I honestly think that evolution is for good because it's about survival. And yeah, survival of the fittest can really, breed some evil motherfuckers. But look at history. Like, ultimately, evil people just get what's coming to them. Maybe eons after they die, but like ultimately, like we're all striving for good, and I think it is getting better with the few that are evolving. Yeah. We were just talking about this. It's pretty dark. It's
pretty dark. But I do agree that people are inherently good. I'll give them that. Yeah, and I think that the way the world is set up, because we're a survival-based society, that's what makes evil or the appearance of evil happen. But I think inherently everyone has that deep goodness inside of them that they just need to like let out every now and then. So I will jump now to the next question by Lone Vindicator. Now this is a long one, so bear with me. And also it's a two-part question, I believe. So first part is, have you ever tried getting other more popular YouTubers to help promote your channel? I mean, I know no one likes to ask for help, but after a certain amount of time, isn't it worth considering? P.S. If the question offended you in any way, then just ignore it. First of all, Lone Vindicator, the question is not offensive. Thank you for asking it. We have tried to reach out to bigger YouTubers. The issue with reaching out to bigger YouTubers is a lot of times they get asked by everybody and anybody to be in their videos, so they're very, very selective. It's got to be like somebody you know through somebody else that kind of lets you in.
Or $1,000.
Or I guess the $1,000 is the asking rate.
$1,000 a day.
Maybe that's what it was, but I think it's probably up now. It's with all the Vine, yeah, with all the Vine stars and Instagram stars.
They like the script, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it just depends, but it does cost money to do that. And a lot of times the budgets we're working with were so micro that we didn't have the budget to do it anyway. So that being said, we have tried and we will continue to try. I mean, even the ones that we've worked with in the past, it's really hard to work their schedules and try to get them to kind of make time. So we have asked. Anytime, if you have any connections, matter of fact, and you know any people you can put us in direct contact with, let us know, and we will definitely reach out to them. You're next up. Hope that answered your question to the best.
L. Wolfman McKenzie. How do you come up with the ideas? Drugs.
Short answer, drugs. Yeah, like for real. How do you, what's your process? What's your process, Byrne?
I mean, all right, so I didn't just come up with the Star Wars one. Like,
keep going. I'm gonna check to make sure. We are speaking. Keep going.
Shit inspires you, you know? Like, you just, something happens, and then you feel like you need to express it. And you think, well, okay, I was really jealous of Toronto Batman, which that guy's awesome. Like,
Toronto Batman.
That was a fun one to do, building the Bat Cave in my room and everything. But it's like, come on, like, I wanted to be Batman. I wanted to be Batman. And then he did a sketch. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where there was like the Justice League.
Ooh, I should put a link to that.
Yeah, do it right there. And I didn't do it because I didn't want to play Christian Bale's, like, you know, he wasn't a lame Batman. He was a good Batman, but his voice and everything, like, and the joke needed to be that. So you did well with that. But it's like, yeah, dude, like, I want to play Batman for real. I really do. Anyway, so there's just things you want to do, and we have the ability to do it. So we do it.
So I guess that's one way we come up with ideas, is projects that we always like, I want to play that character, or I want to do that. I'm big into genres, so I used to watch movies, and whenever there was a genre of a movie that I liked, I was like, oh man, like, I've always wanted to do X, Y, Z, or I always wanted to, like, growing up, I used to watch a lot of, like, movies like Poltergeist, and, you know, like, Exorcist and stuff like that, and I got to do My Roommate the Ghost, which was awesome, because it was my chance to do a movie that had inspired me, or do movies and pay homage to a lot of those things. Even Desperado, which is like Robert Rodriguez films and all that kind of stuff. Genres always call out to me, because I'm always like, yo, like, I wanna tell that kind of story. And this is the only platform where we can actually experiment with all those genres, and it still works.
It still works.
It's
not like I guess in a way it's easier than a short film. Because a short film, you have to figure out how to introduce your characters. We don't have to figure out how to introduce Lou, so we can just focus on this other character. But then we also don't have to call back. It's really, God, it's just perfect for, like, yeah, I want to do My Roommate the Jedi. I want to do My Roommate the American. I want to do My Roommate the boho bitch. I want to talk about those fucking Coachella people. Jesus Christ, it's annoying. They're hot. I'll give them that. They're hot. But it's annoying, right?
And you can do something about that.
And
you got a show where you can express that and shed light on that.
You can do that.
That's how we come up with ideas. It's basically whatever or sometimes we're inspired by events that actually happen. Like, I'm sure with the social climate in America is what you're pushing to do My Roommate the American, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like something might happen, or we might see something funny, or we might have a joke, and it's like, yeah, let's run with that. So the ideas are free flowing. Should make sure it's still speeding inches. Cool.
I mean, you want to just read? We'll just cut it and start it again right now, so it doesn't.
No. Oh, you want to just do that right now? Yeah. All right. Cool. Next question on the platform by Aiden Warren. How many roommates have you had? Oh, I knew. I was like, I'm gonna do research before. I didn't have time. Just to show you, I wrote these questions. I still don't have time to even do research. So these questions are just as fresh to me as they are to Byrne. How many we had? We have 57 episodes.
Oh, I thought he was asking about in real life.
Oh, no. I think he's talking about the show.
Well, I'm going to come up with that number anyway while you talk.
Go ahead. Well, in real life, how many have you had?
I'm coming up with it.
I've had Byrne. We've been roommates for like 8 years. Close to 8. 2007. End of 2007. 2008 to 2000. So 7 years. We've been roommates for 7 years. And then in college, I had my roommate, Chris Ako. Shout out to Ako. We were roommates.
He's not going to like that you're giving him his name.
Why? People are going to like look him up.
They're strangers.
Ako! Don't want to spell that. He's fine.
Crazy people.
And then my boy Lee. And then my boy Tellis. So I've had four roommates. And then I had a roommate in college for temporary. It was Dan. But he was like so short. I'm like, well, I guess 5. 5 roommates. 4 of them were in college. Burns. Oh, and Chrissy. Oh my goodness. My first LA roommate was actually a girl. I completely forgot about that. I was with her for like a year and a half. And it was interesting. Living with a girl was quite interesting. No, I was not having relations with her. We weren't living in sin. My parents were aware of the situation. We slept in separate rooms. But yeah, having a roommate with a girl was interesting. It was definitely, especially because we shared a bathroom also. And
I think that's like a big rule, is not to sleep with your roommate.
Yeah.
At least not while you're living with them.
You know, they get comments about people being like, "Are you guys?" Yeah.
Leads to bad things.
Yeah.
We're still roommates, so obviously no.
Yeah.
We got boundaries.
Limits. But yeah, how many roommates have you had personally?
All right, just to preface, I transferred, and I was living with I had a roommate and then 2 people living in the room next door, so 12.
12.
I had 12 roommates.
It's not bad. Most of them were in college.
Most of them were pretty cool. Some of them were total just dropouts. You know, like the kids in college that just they just burnt out in 4 months. Just did way too much drugs and didn't go to class and all that happy hour shit.
Craziness. But I will say this: as far as the show goes, we have had 57 episodes, if memory serves me correctly. Of those roommates, some of them were either repeats or some of those Tim the Time Traveler was that was 2-part. So maybe I would say about 53, 54. I know somebody's gonna look it up and put the correct number below. So around in the 50s. It was in the 50s, yes. And yeah, they've been great. They've been fun. How do we come up with those roommates? It's really those ideas that just come to us and we have them. So we've had about 50 plus roommates, and we have a list of 200 more to go. So don't think we'll ever run out of ideas, because we won't. We won't. Cool. So number 6. It's all you. Number 6.
I punt. Do you even lift, bro? I don't want that to be my question.
I'll answer that. Yes, I do lift occasionally, especially now I'm getting my body in shape. So the answer to that question is yay.
Worked out back yesterday. What the fuck?
Yeah, brah.
Do you even do creatine?
We'll take the next one.
All right.
What was it, number 6?
Yeah, it was number 6. Casper Debski. Do you guys have jobs apart from YouTube, and do you wish you could make YouTube full time? I don't wish I could make YouTube full time. I wish I could make these productions full time. I'm not quite happy actually with the way YouTube operates. I'm happy that there is a channel like YouTube, but I think that it needs more competitors.
Which it's getting.
There
are a lot of with what is it, the new one called Vessel is coming out, and there's other.
Tell them real quick what you told me. How much money do you make per? Do you say 10,000 views?
All right, so a lot of people think hey, you guys why are you guys doing Indiegogo, or why do you guys come out here ask you for money, blah blah? Don't you get paid by YouTube? I've looked at our analytics, and just to give you an explanation of how analytics work. So unless we're making millions and millions upon millions of views, we're not really making any kind of livable wage from YouTube. Just to give you an understanding, and I hope I can still find this graph. I'll show you this analytic. I looked at it last time, and we had 120,000 views over the course of a month and a half. It was 120,000 views, and out of that whole time, we made $5. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For 120,000 views, we got $5. 5. So you can imagine if we're not hitting that every month, and some months we don't even get close to that, we're making per month, and that was over the course of several months that we got that many views, and it was only $5. So you can imagine in a year we're only making $60 even for a thing where we have if you look at we have millions of view counts, and we have not made any kind of money. So for people who think hey, you're on YouTube, you should be making money like everybody else. That's why everybody else has brand deals, and that's why you'll see people do commercials. And I know a lot of times the viewers don't like that, and a lot of those videos don't get a lot of love from people, but it's that's how they're supposed to support, so that they can keep bringing you the content that you get for free. You see, it's like a catch-22. You don't want them to sell out and do ads, but you don't want to help fund their shows, so they're stuck. They're stuck. It's how are they continuing to give you this content for free? Yes, there are people you can just sit behind your computer and just vlog. I mean, do you want us to do that? I'd be happy to vlog if you just want to hear me talk, but we love being able to produce something and bring it to you. There are other people who are oh, be like KSI. I think his name KSI. Kid's funny. I watch his show. He's hilarious, but he's a personality. He has personality. He's a great personality, and it shows he's a gamer. I'm not a gamer, unfortunately. I play games every now and then, but I'm not a gamer. And I know that's big right now. People like PewDiePie and a lot of gaming channels are huge, but we are creating a show that has a story behind it.
We want to write, we want to act, we want to make movies.
So we're filmmakers. We're not YouTubers. Yeah, we're on YouTube because of the great audience, but we're not YouTubers per se. But yeah, I mean that's the short answer to that. Would we? What else was it?
Do you guys have jobs apart from YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, have to. Yeah. I mean, do a lot of editing, a lot of producing, a lot of shooting for other people, Ubering, lifting. So that I do lift. I lift, drive, and I lift. Yeah. Put a jump snare. But yeah, so we do have to have jobs. The goal is someday to be able to solely do these kind of productions and live off of that. So we'll keep you posted on how that goes. Or you'll just know. If you ever see a company like big old gold chain, yeah.
There's a roommate script floating around out there, you know.
There it is.
Feature length
script floating.
It's getting read by some people. Not just saying that, too.
Cool. Next.
Yep, this is you.
4. Jamal Johnson. What would you say is the most fun you had with My Roommate the videos? That's an interesting question. I feel like that's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long question. What's the most fun you've had with the roommate video? Well, since it's my question, I'll start first.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the genre ones that I get to shoot around and play genres. You know, getting to shoot things that I was always passionate as a kid. Those are always fun. I also enjoy the ones where I get to, like, Byrne brings me the script and we shoot it and I have no idea what to expect. And it's like, I get to do things that normally, like, it's beyond just Lou being Lou. You know, like, I remember in Conspiracy Theorists, it was a fun one because, A, we're like, let's just shoot the whole thing with me in a towel. And it was like, that's random. Like, what other context would you shoot a whole thing where the character's just in a towel the whole episode? And then I got to play Michael Jackson, which I don't know if a lot of people know that. I don't know if a lot of people saw that. I think some people watched the episode and they just didn't care, or maybe some people saw right through it. I don't know how good of a job I did or whatever, but I got to play Michael Jackson. That was so much fun to be like, yo, to put on the prosthetics, and that was like the first time in a long time I got to be a character. You know, because usually I'm playing Lou, who's the straight man, who's the everyman, but I got to be a character, and I got to, like, you know, think about the voice and think about all this, and got a outfit.
Did it help to have, like, the makeup on?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it did. Looking in the mirror and not seeing my face, seeing that, is just like, you put on Michael's clothes, you put the hat on, you put the glove, and then it's like, all of a sudden it just comes out. You're like, yo, this is a mic. And channel the inner Michael Jackson. It was, yeah, that was probably one of the most fun episodes I had to get to do that, because I was like, oh, I get to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we still want to, but we want to do Thriller, where Luke plays Michael Jackson. And we get all the other roommates to be zombies.
Oh, that'd be so fun, man.
You cut to like a douchebag zombie, and they're like all doing, you know.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God! Don't give us money.
This is the kind of stuff we'll do if you give us money.
I will do stupid shit with
fun.
Money.
Fun. That's
yes, fun. You will enjoy.
It's fun. Well, your turn though. What was the most fun?
Most fun.
Yeah, still speeding.
You know, building the stuff, building the time machine was really fun. And I hated it too at the same time. It was weird. It was like there was these moments, like you see it coming together and then like you cut your hand really bad, or like you're running out of materials and you're driving down town and everyone's giving you a hard time because who are you? Like, what do you want? Like, then you have to like, but you know, it's funny explaining the story to these people, like building the spaceship set for Conspiracy Theorists. Like, I got these guys to pretty much like give me those boards for free. Those like, those things aren't cheap, man. Like the plexiglass and all that stuff. I was learning every step of the way. That and just getting into the characters. Pikey was really fun. Pikey was so self-indulgent. Like I knew, like, yeah, I'm not Brad Pitt. Like I can't pull off a performance like that. But it's like I wanted to play that. I wanted to play a Pikey, and I knew the two guys that we brought on for that were gonna just knock it out of the park. And we had a lot of fun acting out that scene.
Oh!
Wait a minute,
Are you sure you're a big fucking idiot?
Oh, they asked for that to beat him thundering up that hill, making a fool of himself, elbowing a man in the back, dirty knockers.
He's out, lad. You go on, dead right, boy.
Well, he's paying score for fucking pansies. Look at 3-on-1, you got a dick sucking fucking bucket.
No, waste my time.
Hey, go fuck yourself, Cully.
Hey, what's up, Devlin? What's up, guys? Hey, Devlin, I'm gonna need that 65 for the power bill.
Already paid it.
What?
Still already paid it. Put it on top of trousers.
I have no idea what you're saying.
It's good. Yeah, acting's really fun. I really enjoy it.
It's a gas. All right, next question. Hold on to this. I'm gonna go stop and speed again. Oh, let me just explain to them. The reason I have to keep getting up is because we don't even have a camera person. The DSLR is cut every like 11 minutes or so. So I just want to make sure we don't cut out like we did last time.
Has a fan ever approached you? Have you ever thought of making a part 2 to any of your My Roommate Dove videos? Yes and yes. I have a fan who is probably watching right now who approached me while I was working as a doorman at a bar, which I no longer work at. But yeah, this really nice Indian gentleman whose name has escaped me at the moment has approached me twice and asked me questions that actually you guys asked me, and it's kind of surreal. Like, are you making more roommate episodes? Like, they're really good. I really enjoyed like the douchebag. Everybody just really enjoys the douchebag. I think he quoted an episode. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had a number of people approach you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the crazy thing is sometimes we get people like some of our friends who are acting. They'll go into auditions and they'll go into other places, and the people will know. They'll be like, "Oh, you on that roommate show?" And we're like, "What? This is like an actual legit casting. This is for actually TV stuff." And people have seen the show. People know of the show. You know, sometimes I'll try to start talking to people. I'll be like, "Oh," they're like, "Oh, you're the roommate guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I am." And the biggest, I guess, person that reached out to us was what do you call it? Toronto Batman. He was a fan first, and he reached out, was like, "Hey, I like the show. Like, I would like to be on it." And that's how that whole thing came together. He just happened to be coming to LA, and we're like, "Yeah, let's do an episode. If you can be down here, let's shoot something." So that was the great thing about the show. Is like, yeah, we'd love to bring. I mean, to a certain degree, we could bring people onto the show if it's possible. I mean, we're not flying anyone in here to do it, or we can't just randomly have people on. Because sometimes, like, we're not shooting anything. But when we are shooting, we can bring people on. We definitely like to. Even Mindy reached out to you online, right?
No, I reached out to her.
You reached out to her, but she responded, and now she's like, part of the family. So,
part 2s of any episodes?
I know XCon is probably one I get a lot of requests for, either a longer one or more of. And I'm like, if I just knew a joke beyond the initial one I had, like if I have another idea, I will do it. Kareem is amazing. The dude is hilarious, and he's always down to do stuff with us. So yeah, that would be one I would do a part 2. Other than that, I mean, what intrigues me more, other than doing a part 2, is I would like to do a spin-off where you guys can see the other parts of the episode that we don't actually show you. You know, like sometimes in the script, especially when I write them, I always what do you call that? Not allude, but I always point to or make mention of something that the audience doesn't get to see. And it's like, well, we'd like to see what that was all about, you know, and I would like to be able to do a spin-off that. And I tried it once, and it kind of worked out well. It's my roommate, my girlfriend, the catfish. It was kind of like you see part of the story. It's a continuation of, essentially, of what happens after that episode ends. But some of these girls that we have on our show, Lou actually is either dates them or he likes them, or it's either fun to think, like, roommates is funny, but what about if you were dating these people? Like, there's a whole, I mean, I don't know if you could do My Girlfriend, the Douchebag. I wonder what that would look like, but it's like there's an opportunity there to take the same idea and kind of play with it in a different vein, because relationships are interesting. I think one of the most controversial episodes we've ever done, controversial, is like the one I like most comment feedback, whatever, is My Roommate, the Girlfriend. That's the one.
You're gonna say pedophile.
No, I surprisingly not. I would think like, oh yeah, pedophile. I was like, I remember when we did that one, I was like, this is gonna be dark, but a lot of people, no, they glazed right over that one. It's yeah, My Roommate, the Girlfriend. Probably the number, like, so controversial, you know, especially because it's an interracial relationship, and there were a lot of people that felt a certain type of way about that. But then there's like,
I feel like the haters on that show are just guys who haven't had a girlfriend yet.
Yeah,
they're just like, what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't you fuck her in the morning? It's like, dude.
Yeah. And not only that, but then the women are like, oh,
go be in a relationship.
That doesn't represent all women. So, yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that's your long answer to a simple question about part 2s. Yes, we would do part 2s.
I would. The feature I wrote is a sequel to Conspiracy Theorist.
Yeah, there you go. And plus, there are episodes. I mean, it's not a sequel, but I would say Time Traveler has a part 1 and a part 2.
Well, I mean, there was Homophobe, then there was Queen, and then there was Girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's a 3-parter.
Yeah, and for Bond, there was Thespian. No, it's Southern Belle into Thespian into Bank Robber. So we have taken one character and put him through several episodes also. So that's another fun thing we can do on the show, making sure we still speak. But yeah, go. Zach
Busey asks, who are your favorite YouTubers?
Watch out. Is that the last question?
No.
Okay, that's another one. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Byrne? Well, Byrne thinks about his favorite YouTuber.
Dude, I just post videos on YouTube. I don't watch it. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to insult you. I got a job and I fucking watch TV and movies. I got nothing against YouTube. I really don't. Maybe some of it. But yeah.
My favorite YouTubers are Kasim G. I love oh man, I met him. I got to meet Kasim G. Cool dude. Exactly like he is on the show, you would just imagine. Just the coolest dude ever. He doesn't post videos anymore, but I'm sure he's doing on to other things, and I understand how hard it is to post. So Kasim G, definitely. Timothy DeLaGhetto, I really actually like all his stuff. Like, he's a funny cat, dude. I was actually, funny enough, I was even in one of his videos way back in the day, which I'll probably cut to right now.
Yeah, that's right. You better be sorry, son. I'm crazy. I'm a fucking gangster, dude. I'll run up in your house and steal your pajama pants and then take your granny on a date and fuck her in the ear. Oh, can't believe this motherfucker. Girl. He can't fit his pajama pants.
I know, right? Did we make things in his size?
Like, let's go talk to this dude.
Dude's tripping. That's me. That's me with Timothy DeLaGhetto in the back. I don't know if he does remember me. I do see him all the time, but I don't know if he remembers doing that because no no love from him for that. But he's a cool dude. Every time I see him, he's always like, hey, what's up, man? You were in the blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. Really nice dude. And for the ladies, Jenna Marbles is just hot. Like, every time I'm like, I don't want to get caught up with her because she's so popular. But you look at her and she's hot not only because of the way she looks, but her attitude. Like, she has so much fun with who she is. I'm like, that girl's tight. That girl's dope. And it's got to be JLE, John Elric. Dude is probably one of the most underrated YouTubers. The guy's just funny, man. His show is funny. Every show he does, he's just like so witty. He's so witty, he's so sharp. And I'm like, he should be a lot bigger than he is. He should be big, but he's not. So if you don't know him, go check out his stuff. John Elric's hilarious.
I'll always watch Honest Trailers and How It Should Have Ended.
Yeah, and Cinema Sins. Well, you don't like Cinema Sins because of the ding, ding, ding.
He doesn't need to do that. It'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning and I just hear ping, 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 ping.
Love Cinema Sins. Although those guys do make me not like movies as much because they pick out he picks out you're just like, come on, dude. You got to give them something. They can't be perfect. You gotta give them a break. But no, I love Honest Trailers. Yeah. Screen Junkies those guys are awesome, man. They're doing their thing over there, and yeah. So, cool.
I guess you made it.
This is the last question. Oh, wow. Elijah Wooten. I'm gonna take a guess. If you weren't doing My Roommate Duh, what would you be doing? Wow. This is the first question on our list, which means it was probably the most thumbs up and liked question. This is a thinker. So give us a moment. Let me think for a second. I'm gonna stop the tape because I feel like it's gonna be a long one. I don't want to miss out any part of this. So stay here and think for a second.
I feel like the reason why that question might be popular is because what people really want to know is what the fuck are we doing if we're not making roommate episodes? Not what would you be doing, because it's not like we're making roommate episodes right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm making them in my brain. But
what would I be doing?
What are we doing?
Be a cop. You know, be like a police officer. Like, but not like a street cop, like a detective. You know, those guys are cool.
Oh, so you're like, what would you do if you weren't in the entertainment? Like, if you weren't pursuing the arts?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine not doing entertainment because since I was a kid, that's all I've ever wanted to do. But if we weren't doing My Roommate specifically, I guess that is a 2-part answer. It'd be like, in the bigger, more abstract sense. But specifically, if we were doing My Roommate Da, I would still be trying to produce sketches probably. Because I started out doing sketches first on Utopian Society, and then we started doing My Roommate Da. So I'd probably still just be shooting sketches, trying to produce short films, trying to produce features, just trying to do anything film related, film storytelling. Because that's what excites me. It's writing these stories, coming up with these ideas, you know, being able to play them. And that's what I loved about Roommate, was because it let us do all those things. Like, it let us do all, like, we could play with genres, we could do, like, I got to do fight scenes, I got to do, like, leading man stuff, I got to do love scenes, which I got to put a kissing montage for you guys soon, ladies. Haha, the boy gets to play the leading man and makes up a lot of pretty girls. But, no, I got to do a lot of stuff that it was just like, who would have thunk, man? Who would have thunk that when I got out here, my acting teacher was like, oh, it's hard, you will never play the lovable loser. You will always play like the ethnic friend or the sidekick or something like that. And I remember I took that as a challenge to be like, no, I could play the straight man. I could play the guy who like is instrumental to the story, but he's not the joke all the time, you know. Sometimes he's just a straight guy to make the other people shine better. So I've loved being able to do that. So without Roommate, I would be doing something of that vein, specifically.
Yeah. Same, be making sketches, writing. I'd probably be more engaged in trying to play this stupid fucking audition game. I'm sorry I cuss so much, by the way. My mom brought that up to me. I cuss a lot. Like, if you watch my reel, there's like a fuck every like couple minutes. I don't realize it. I cuss like a sailor. Yeah, writing scripts, like writing longer form scripts, focusing on these, you know, doing auditions and all that stuff. And if I wasn't doing entertainment, I'd probably be in advertising. And the reason why I didn't go into advertising initially, because I was in college and I thought that's what I was gonna do. I don't like what it's become. Like, I don't like what people have to resort to sell you something. Like, you know what I realized the other day? You see a commercial and people, like, it pulls your heartstrings. It makes you almost want to cry. Sometimes, on occasion, just ever so rarely does a commercial actually hit you and you have no idea what they're selling. You don't even care. You're just like, this is really, wow. Like, you could just, you know, whoever made it, like, put fucking thought into it. Like, they're making a nice little film for you, a nice little thing. And then, like, at the very end, it's like, buy Tide. And you're thinking, we're all fucked.
You're like, ah, the message is gone.
That person, he did the best that he could. Tide funded it, but at the end of it, you still were told to buy Tide. And even worse is like and I'm gonna make a sketch about this. I'm gonna get these motherfuckers. Those pharmaceutical ads.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on with that? You ever just watch a pharmaceutical ad and you're like, what do you mean go talk to my doctor? You mean I'm gonna go talk to my doctor and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna say, hey doctor, I just watched this pharmaceutical ad and I'm thinking, maybe I should take this drug. And he goes, you're right. You know what? That degree on the wall, that doesn't mean fucking shit. I'm gonna write you a thing because you asked me about it. That's the first thing. And then the second thing you're wondering is, why are you telling me that my ass is gonna bleed while this girl is running on the beach? Like, do you think that girl running on the beach is gonna make me not hear the fact that you just said that my asshole is going to bleed if I take this? Possibly.
Yeah. Sometimes the side effects are worse than the actual thing they're trying to cure. You're like, I don't want, you know what, I'm better off just with that little bump I have on my back. I'm cool. I don't want my ass to bleed.
Yeah, it's like,
it's a lot.
Is acting making your life miserable? Do you want friends like the people in our video? You should take this. Oh, by the way, your ass might bleed. Like, your guts might just come out of your fucking ass.
But it's a small price to pay to not have acne.
So yeah, no advertising. No thank you. But I mean, there's good elements to it, but I value storytelling a little bit more than I value money. I say that I value money more than storytelling, but at the end of the day, like, I really do. Like, I'm editing something right now. He's editing something right now. Like, we are working on stuff. We're here because we're here.
Yeah. And it goes without saying, I can't stress enough, like, we miss doing Roommate just as much as you guys miss watching them. And it's not a matter that we don't... I feel like people think that we're trying to punish somebody for it or not.
Some
like,
of
why
you.
don't you want to do it? It's like, it's not that we don't want to do it, you know? It's like, what, you think I'm just like, nah, son. The thing that we both really enjoy doing, let's not do that for a while. No, I think we went hard with it. We went hard and we made sacrifices, and I'm still paying for a lot of the choices we made to do the show, you know? And I would never take anything back, but what that means now is from this moving forward, we have to be more responsible. Because if we want to last, like, we got to make sure that we are doing things with a specific plan in mind. And we have plans and we have ideas and we have things that we're trying to build to that. And our goal is to find ways to make money doing everything else so that we can just keep doing Roommate like the way we've been doing it, you know? So it's free of any kind of expectation or any kind of, like, worry, you know? I would hate that if someday we couldn't do something because we were sponsored by a company and they're like, well, you can't talk about that issue because that's not correct. Or a lot of we did a focus group and they don't seem to like that, or they don't like when Lou does that. So it's like, no, let's keep Roommate free.
I think we've come far enough, because we were talking about, like, let's say the feature script gets picked up, you know, someone reaches out to us and says, hey, like, we really like this idea of making a My Roommate the movie, but we want you to pull all the episodes. And we want to recast Lou, and we want to, like, make this, we want to just rebuild it and just create this whole new thing. And I thought, you know, I think we've come far enough. I wouldn't be down with that. And then you think, like, well, wait, if they write you a fat check and you're struggling, maybe,
fat is that check,
it's like,
how fat is that check though?
But I think we got something going here, right? I mean, there's only 2,000 of you left, if that, but
what if
the 2,000 of you that are there are like, no, but this is, like, legit. Like, this is, you guys are still here. You're still, like, this is, a 4th season would be fucking epic.
Yeah.
So.
What if they're like, they approached us and like, they gave us a fat stack, lots of money, but then they also said, all right, we're going to replace Lou, but we're going to replace him with Will Smith. Or even better, LeBron James. Come on, man.
I mean,
can you imagine the comments?
That's a funny thought for a moment.
Be hilarious to see LeBron James playing me, and then he get comments like, "Hey, you look like Lou." Take that, LeBron. But, I mean,
yeah, funny for a moment.
It would be
like I said,
like a cameo, and then after I'll be like, "Wait, LeBron, go back to play basketball."
Cut to you like trying to play
basketball. That would be hilarious if we changed John. All the Cleveland fans are just, boo this man. Why is he's tiny and he can't play basketball that well. I'm good at volleyball though. Holla. Yeah. So yeah, guys, there goes the answers to a lot of those questions. Hope you guys were satisfied with that. I would dare say you guys would want a part 3. This time I'm gonna up the ante. If we get 30 thumbs up, then we'll do a part 3. If not, we'll just end it with a part 2 of questions. I doubt there are any other questions you guys could ask us. And also, we will be doing a podcast. I like this format of just being able to freely talk to you guys. So we will be putting together a podcast soon so you guys can hear more from Lou and Byrne and all that fun jazz. Do you have anything last thing you want to say to the people before we head off into the weekend?
You're still here. We're still here. Life goes on. We keep doing what we do.
Keep doing what we do. Yeah, we got some other projects we are working on, sketch and stuff. We'll release them here, and we did raise enough to do 1 act, so there will be a 1 act coming soon. So please stay tuned for that. We'll keep you guys posted on that. To everybody who gave and contributed, once again, thank you so very much. I know what it means to be getting something for free, but then still believe in it enough to actually contribute to making more. So to all those people, thank you. And to all those people who are getting to benefit from that, you should say thank you to those people as well, because not a lot of people gave, but those that gave made it possible. So believe we are trying to secure funds so that we can keep it going without having to ask you guys for money. But for those that did support and did give money, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And to those of you that complain and are pieces of shit, if I could rob you of the experience of watching my videos, I would. I don't like you.
Teddy, don't say that in front of Teddy, yo.
No, I get it. You know, a lot of celebrities are like, no, you gotta be nice to the trolls. Like, just ignore them, just everything. Well, here's this moment between you and me. I don't like you either.
I think the camera cut anyways. Yeah, we're good. That is still streaming. Teddy. God, talking for Teddy like that.
Oh, it just makes my blood boil.
He's
It's
so
like,
innocent.
why are you... Where do you get off? First of all, you're a fucking coward. Is it really off? No, it's still on. It's still on.